video, we're going to chat about how to manage your draft posts, as well as how to use Buffer to collaborate with your team through the approval process. Drafts is a place for you to start the creation of content and finish it later. If you like to batch your content, it's likely that you'll love the drafts feature because you can go through and add all of your post images now and then follow up later to add the text of your posts, or vice versa. All users, regardless of permissions, are able to create draft posts in the draft area. To create a draft post, head to the Drafts tab and open up the Composer. Create your post as you usually would within the queue. If you aren't familiar with how to schedule a post in the queue, feel free to check out our video entitled Scheduling Posts in Buffer. When you're happy with your post, you can choose from the following options. Add to drafts. This means your post will be saved at the bottom of your draft list. Share next. This means your post will be saved at the top of your drafts list, and once it's moved over to the queue, it will be saved at the top and published next. Other posts already in your queue will all be bumped down one time slot. Schedule Draft allows you to create a custom date and time in the future for the post to be shared. I do want to note that this will only be applicable if the draft is moved to the queue before the chosen date and time. The options available when it comes to managing draft posts will depend on your level of permissions. Account owners and users with full posting access are able to edit all drafts, delete all drafts, and move all drafts to the queue, while users with the approval required access are able to edit their own drafts, delete their own drafts, and request approval for their own drafts. Users with approval required access will need to request approval on their draft once they're happy with it. Once they click on the Request Approval, the draft will be moved to the Pending Approval tab. As the account owner or a user with full posting access, you can move any draft from the drafts to the queue, even if the user who created the draft has not yet requested approval. Simply click Add to Queue and it'll be moved to the next available time slot in the queue. If you want to make modifications to a draft, click Edit, make any changes that you'd like, and then click Save. Remember, the account owner and users with full posting access can edit any drafts, while users with the approval required access can only edit their own. If you'd like to remove a draft completely, click Delete and then Confirm. Once again, the account owner and users with full posting access can delete any draft, while the users with the approval required access can only delete their own. If a user with approval required access has already requested approval on a post, it will appear in the Awaiting Approval tab. Account owners and users with full posting access can review and approve the posts here. You also have a few options for managing approvals. Draft posts that users with approval required access have requested approval on will appear in the Awaiting Approval tab, where both the account owner and users with full posting access are able to review and approve them. You can approve the post, in which case it'll be sent to the active queue. You can delete it, edit it, or you can even send it back to drafts so that the person who originally made it can continue to work on it. You should now be able to effectively manage your drafts as well as manage the approval process within your team.